thank you so much for taking this class. You're going to really enjoy it. It's 40 minutes long, and it's actually a pre-recorded class that I recorded during a private lesson. So you might hear the other person in the recording. And anyway, it's 40 minutes long. You're going to feel really good when you're done. Your whole leg system, your whole glutes and lower back and hamstring system will be, you're going to get a good workout on that. You're going to get it nice and long. So this isn't an intermediate class. So if you want to take a beginner class, you can check out a couple of my other videos that'll explain some of the stuff a little more in depth. At the end of class, I'm going to just leave you in Shavasana. So you can lay there as long as you want. I'd say 5 to 10 minutes, and then when you're done, do yourself a favor and take like a 15-minute meditation before you get up and go about your day. So with that being said, if you do like this video, go ahead and hit like, and if you want to subscribe to my channel, hit that subscribe button. I will be posting more videos, more flows and stuff like that. And yeah, if you have any questions, any concerns, you can hit me up on Facebook and Instagram under Walter Does Yoga. And yeah, that's all I got for you. Thank you so much for taking this class, and have a great day. We're going to get started in child's pose, so go ahead and get on your mat, set yourself down in child's pose, rest your hips back on your heels. Yeah, let's get started in child's pose. So sit your hips back on your heels, relax your head on the mat, reach your arms out in front of you, and you can roll your forehead and your brow line on the mat back and forth. Feel free to keep your knees out to the sides if you want to stretch your lower back, or if you want to stretch your hips, and if you want to get more into your lower back, you can keep both knees together. And start to notice your breath. Just notice how the inhales and exhales feel as they come in and out of your body. And as you do this, start to let go of anything that happened earlier today, or anything that happened earlier in the week. Allow those characteristics of your day and your life to just float away. And also let go of anything that happened that you think is going to happen in the future. Any expectations you have of yourself, or of other people, or of how circumstances may unfold. We'll get to that later. And stay focused on your breath and the moment. Now take 3 slow inhales, drawing the breath all the way into your belly and fully extinguishing all the air, adding a little contraction to your abdomen. Take a deep inhale, and exhale, let it go. Inhale one more time, and exhale. Good, now from here, reach both arms straight out in front of you, and then walk both hands across your mat to the right. Keep your hips on your heels. Good. Walk your hands all the way off your mat and try to bring your belly onto your right thigh. So your arms should be pointing toward the right of the room. And then drop your left shoulder down toward the mat and stretch the left intercostals and left rib muscles. So get a nice stretch in your traps and your latissimus dorsi. Good. Take 2 more breaths.
And on your next exhale, walk your hands back through the center of the mat, all the way to the left. And again, try to get your belly on top of your left thigh. And if it doesn't get all the way on, that's totally fine. Go ahead and relax your right shoulder down. One more deep breath. And exhale, walk your hands all the way back toward the center. Good, now bring yourself up onto all fours. Bring both hands directly underneath your shoulders, both knees directly underneath your hips. And we're just going to take a few simple cat-cows here. So on your next inhale, lower your belly down, pull your shoulders back, look up. And exhale, curl your spine up, tuck your head in toward your hips. And inhale, lower your belly, pull your shoulders back, look up. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, look up. Exhale, curl. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Big curl this time. Tuck your head way in. Tuck your hips forward. And inhale, come back to center. Good. Now step your right foot straight back behind you. Step your left foot back behind you, coming into plank. Both knees are up, both hips are up. And take 5 slow breaths in plank right here. And while you're in plank, get both legs together. So ankles, heels, thighs, calves are all touching. And then engage your legs. Engage your glutes and engage your lower back. And notice how your abs and everything in your core gets a lot tighter, and this might even get a little easier. Good. Now point your toes, pressing your shoulders past your wrists, coming forward toward the front of your mat, and then roll your heels back and lift your hips up and back to down dog. Lower your chest down toward the ground. Nice. Now look down at the ground and try to touch your chin to the mat. That activation right there is what's going to draw your chest more toward your heels, and relax your heels down toward the ground. This is your first down dog of the day, which I'm assuming it is. You can go ahead and bend your right knee, straighten your left leg. Bend your left knee, straighten your right leg. Sway your hips side to side. Good, and as you bend into one side, reach your left, like if you're bending into your left side, straighten your right leg and reach your right arm forward. And then switch sides, bend into your right leg and sway your hips to the right, bend and stretch into your left arm. Good. Now on your next inhale, point your toes, lift your heels, roll your chest to plank. Exhale, roll back to down dog. Inhale, roll to plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, point your toes, plank. Exhale, down dog. Good, one more time. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, down dog. Good, look up at your hands, bend both knees, and on an exhale, step your right foot all the way up. Let your left foot follow in between your hands. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Good, stay here for about 5 breaths. 5 slow breaths. Relax your head. Relax your jaw. Feel free to sway left and right. Relax your lower back. Breathe into your hamstrings. Imagine your breath can actually go in through your body, down into your muscles. It's imaginary here. It's not an actual thing that can happen. It does happen over time, technically. Good. On your next inhale, slowly roll all the way up to standing. Let your head come up very last, heavy shoulders, and then inhale, reach high. Exhale your palms to your chest. Relax your shoulders down. Tuck your hips, bend your knees. Good. Get both feet together. Both calves touching if it's possible. Then inhale, reach high. Exhale, fold forward. Hinge at your hips. Inhale, lift halfway. Extend your spine long. And exhale, fold forward, step your left foot back, let your right foot follow, come into plank, and exhale, lower down chaturanga, elbows into your ribs for one chaturanga, press back up to plank, exhale, down dog. Good, take a deep inhale, bend both knees. Exhale, step your left foot up in between your hands, let your right foot follow. Inhale, lift halfway, long spine, get your shoulders at the same height as your hips. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand all the way up with a flat back. Reach your arms out, open your fingers wide. Exhale your palms to your chest. Relax. Good, take one more breath. And inhale, reach high. Exhale, swing your arms out and down, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold, step your right foot back to plank. Let your left foot follow, lower down chaturanga. Pull your elbows into your ribs. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, down dog. Lower your heels down, lift your hips, lower your chest. Good. On your next inhale, look up at your hands, bend your knees. Exhale, walk or jump both feet up into your hands for a forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway when you land. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to stand. Reach your arms high. Exhale your palms to your chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Swing your arms out and down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, bend your knees, step back to plank, lower down chaturanga. And this time, inhale your chest up for up dog, lower your hips down. Exhale, lift up and back to down dog. Good. Inhale, look up at your hands, bend your knees. Exhale, jump all the way up. In between your hands, inhale, lift halfway, nice jump. Exhale, forward, fold. Inhale, lift all the way up to standing. Exhale your palms to your chest. Good. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, fold. Hinge at your hips. Stay right here. Bend your knees deep. Get your hips to about your knee level. If you can't come all the way down to your knees, it's totally fine. Walk both hands all the way out in front of you as far as they go on the ground. And then lift your hands up in front of your face. Keep your hips seated down. And peel your chest and belly up off your thighs. Keep your hips low for 5 breaths. Sitting in chair pose. And breathe. Can you sit a little bit lower? Can you keep both knees plugging together? Maybe they don't touch, but the activation of pulling them together is what we're going for here. Good. One more breath. And exhale, straighten your legs, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, step back to plank. Lower down chaturanga, halfway pause. Inhale, lift all the way up to up dog, straight arms, low hips. Exhale, down dog. Keep your hips lifted. Allow your heels to relax down toward the mat. Take a deep inhale, look up at your hands. Exhale, step your right foot all the way up in between your hands. Let your back leg stay exactly where it's at. Bend your left knee into the ground, point your back toes back, and straighten your front leg. Drag your hips back toward your left heel. Stay here for 2 slow breaths. And allow your chest to fold toward your leg as you exhale. Good. On your next inhale, bend into your right knee, pull yourself forward, lift your chest. Exhale, straighten your leg, press back. Inhale, come forward, lift your chest. Exhale, press back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Good. Inhale, forward, stay here this time. Tuck your back toes. Straighten your back leg, lifting your left knee off the mat. And then hover your hands off the ground. Stay right here. Keep your back heel up. Keep your back heel higher. Pivoted. Oh, there you go. Take a deep inhale. And inhale, lift all the way up to crescent pose. Good. 5 breaths right here. Make sure your right knee is directly over your right ankle. Tuck your hips and pull your left hip a little bit more forward. And on every exhale, you can lower your hips down. Good. Straighten your back leg a little more. There you go. And breathe. Come back to the moment. Go ahead, take one more inhale. And exhale, fold forward over that front leg. Step your right foot back. Lower down chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale your left leg high. And exhale, step your left foot all the way up in between your hands. And drop your right knee down to the mat. Lower down into your hips, coming toward your left heel. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, straighten that left leg, sitting your hips back toward your right heel, but don't sit down on your heel. Keep your hips up. Nice. And on your next inhale, rock forward, come onto your left foot, lift your chest, lower your hips. And exhale, straighten your left leg, set your hips back toward your right heel. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Lift your chest, draw your shoulders back, engage your scaps. Exhale back. Scaps and traps. Inhale forward one more time. And exhale back. Stay right there. Lift your toes, flexing your foot back toward your shin. There you go. Good. On your next inhale, rock forward. Plant your left foot down. Tuck your back toe. Straighten your back leg. Good. Stay folded over that left leg. Then lift your chest just slightly enough to hover both hands off the mat. Stay right here. Elongate your spine. Then inhale that long spine up to crescent. Take 5 slow breaths. Straighten your back leg. Good. On every inhale, engage your legs. Lengthen your spine. And on every exhale, you can relax your hips down, relax your shoulders, relax your face. Inhale, engage. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. One more breath. And exhale, fold forward, step your left foot back. Chaturanga, lower down, pause. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good. Relax your heels down toward the mat. On your next inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, step your foot all the way up in between your hands. Keep your back heel up and lift for crescent. Inhale. Exhale, relax your hips. Inhale, reach. And exhale, dive forward, plant both hands, step your right foot back, lower down, chaturanga, pause. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale your left leg. Lift it high. Exhale, step forward in between your hands. Inhale, lift to crescent. Keep your back heel up. 2 breaths. And exhale, dive forward, plant both hands, step your left foot back, and vinyasa, lower down chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And as you lift to down dog, keep your toes pointed. So come back to up dog with your chest up, shoulders straight, right? And then as you lift, keep both toes pointed back, both feet pointed back, and then lift your hips. And keep your toes pointed until you get high enough to where you're like, oh, now I can flip. Boom. Copy that? All right. You got to take a deep inhale, look up at your hands, bend your knees. Exhale, jump forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come to a stand. Exhale, your palms to your chest. Good. Inhale, reach. lift high. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold, press back to plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, slow roll back to down dog. There you go. Good. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, step all the way up in between your hands. Keep your back heel up and lift to crescent. Good. 2 breaths right here. And on your next exhale, roll your back heel down, open up to warrior 2, right arm forward, left arm back. You can take a bigger step back if you feel like it. If you feel like challenging yourself today, go right ahead. Make sure your back foot is pointed toward me at a 45-degree angle. Good. Keep elongating your spine tall. Pull your left hip back. Good. On your next inhale, reach your right arm up and back. Let your left hand find your left leg. And exhale, cartwheel both hands down to the mat. Step your right foot back to plank. And meet back in down dog or vinyasa if you feel like it. Don't feel the need to vinyasa every time because I know we're doing a lot of vinyasas here. Nice. Good. Now inhale your left leg high. Exhale, step forward in between your hands. Inhale, lift to crescent. Keep your back heel up. And 2 breaths. And on your next exhale, roll your back heel down to the mat. And reach your right arm back, left arm forward, warrior 2. Now, if this long stance is too much for you, feel free to step your back foot up a good foot. And try to get your body flat toward the wall. There you go. So draw your left hip forward, pull your right hip back. Relax your shoulders. Good. On your next inhale, lift your left arm high. Let your right hand graze your back leg. And exhale, cartwheel forward. Step your left foot back. And vinyasa down or meet back in down dog. If you do roll back to down dog, make sure you flip over your toes as late as possible. Good. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, bend your knees all the way down to the mat. Sit your hips back on your heels for child's pose. Relax your head on the mat. Get a drink of water if you feel like it. Plug just your fingers into the mat. Lift the palms of your hands. Lift your elbows. Lift your shoulders. Try to pin your shoulders together, but keep your head on the mat. And then sit your hips back on your heels a touch more. Good. Take a deep inhale. And let it go. Now press your whole hand back down on the mat. Really press your hand down on the ground. Maybe get a little traction with your hands by pulling your hands slightly back on the mat, getting some tension. Then tuck your toes right where you are. Lift your hips up. Straighten your legs back to down dog. Good. On your next inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to chest. Nice. Inhale your right leg high one more time. Step your right foot forward in between your hands. Inhale, lift both arms all the way up above your head to crescent. Exhale, open up warrior 2. Right arm forward, left arm back. Good. Inhale, reach up and back for reclined warrior. Then exhale, come back to warrior 2. Swing your left arm forward to crescent. So lift your back heel up. Pivot onto your back heel. Lift both arms high to crescent. And on an exhale, fold forward to like a 45-degree angle. So you want to point toward the front corner, the wall up there. And then relax your belly, down toward your right thigh. And once you feel like you're at your peak, push yourself forward and balance yourself on your right leg coming into Warrior 3. Keep your left hip level with your right hip, so drop it a touch. Good, take a deep breath. And exhale. So your breath is your balance here. If you have any thoughts coming into your head, no matter what they are, I'm not going to list any kind of thought because that could throw you off. But try to stay in the moment with your breath and your body. Good. On your next exhale, let your chest fall down. Bring both hands down to the ground. Keep your left heel up. And breathe. Come into a standing split. So you lift your left leg as high as possible. You can bend into your right leg if you need a little less tension. Or keep your right leg straight. Walk both hands back toward your right heel. Maybe even grab your leg. Good. Now keep both hands down. Lower your back leg all the way back into a long lunge. Good. Step your right foot back to plank. Take a deep inhale. And vinyasa, if you feel like it, lower down chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Nice. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, pull your knee to your chest. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, rock your shoulders over your wrist, knee to chest. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, knee to chest. Pull your head into your knee this time. Inhale, lift your leg up and back. And exhale, step your left foot in between your hands. Keep your back heel up. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, open up Warrior 2. Right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale, lift your left arm up. Relax your right hand down towards your right leg. Then exhale, come back to Warrior 2. On your next inhale, swing your right arm forward and up. Lift your back heel, swiveling onto the ball of your foot, coming into crescent. And exhale, fold forward to a 45, maybe even a 30-degree angle coming forward. And then when you feel like most of your weight is on that left leg, push slightly off your back foot, straighten your left leg, coming into Warrior 3. Let's get to 5 breaths here. Good. Keep both hips level wherever you are. It's important to keep your back straight here. And then once you've reached that 5th breath, lower your chest down toward your left leg. Drop both hands to the ground and keep your right leg lifting as high as possible. So get both hips level.
It doesn't work.
I just push it as it gets, bro. And maybe your hands find your left leg. And now slightly bend your left knee. Step your right foot all the way back to a long lunge. Good. Inhale, lift for 1 crescent. And exhale, forward fold. Step your left foot back to plank. Lower down chaturanga. Exhale, down dog. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, roll back to down dog. Now let's flow through that one more time. And we're going to use 1 breath per pose. So inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, step forward, crescent pose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, Warrior 2, right arm forward, left arm back. Inhale, reclined warrior, lean back, lift your right arm up. Exhale, Warrior 2. Inhale, crescent, swivel onto the ball of your back leg. Then exhale, dive forward very slowly, come into Warrior 3, lift your left leg and reach forward. And then exhale, fold your chest down, lift your left leg high. Good, one more breath. And step your left foot way back behind you, coming into a very low lunge. And exhale, step your right foot back to plank. Vinyasa if you feel like it, or just meet back in down dog. Good. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, step forward, lift to crescent, keep your back heel up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reclined warrior. Exhale, come back to warrior two. And then inhale, sweep your right arm up and forward. Exhale, get to a 30-degree angle. Lift up off that back leg, straighten your left leg. And exhale, dump your chest forward. Lift your left leg high. One more breath. And softly step your left foot way back behind you. You can stay in a low lunge. And then just simply step your left foot back. And press up and back to down dog. Good. Now from right here, step both feet all the way up to the front of your mat on the outsides of your hands. Okay, point both feet way out to the right, way out to the sides, and you can get your feet way off the mat. Yeah, you want them wider than your hips. And then sit your hips down into a malasana, squatting pose. And bring both hands to your chest, keep a long spine, and press your knees out with your elbows. And breathe. And try to keep some of your weight back on your heels. Not all of it, but you want a good balance between your heels and your toes. Now place both hands down toward the ground. Point both toes forward toward the front of the mat. Step your left foot way back behind you, coming into a long, long lunge. Good. Keep both hands inside your leg. Very good. And slowly lower both elbows down toward the ground, coming into a lizard pose. And you can keep your back knee up off the ground if you'd like. Point your back foot if your knee is on the ground. And breathe. Relax your neck. Relax your jaw. Relax your jaw. Relax your hips. And breathe. Take 2 more slow breaths. Now walk your chest up, plant both hands on the ground, and slowly walk your right foot all the way over to your left hand across your mat. There you go. And softly lay your right leg all the way down on the ground. Bring your hips more toward the center of your mat. There you go. And then pull your shoulders up. Relax your hips down. Take a deep breath. And exhale, walk yourself out into pigeon. Good. Lay your chest as close to the mat as you'd like. If you want to make a small pillow with your hands to rest your head, go right ahead. The more forward toward your head that your heel is, the more intense this will be. But if you want less intensity, go ahead and pull your leg, your heel, back toward your hips. And focus on your breath. Focus on the moment. Take 5 more slow breaths. And relax any tension. Any tension that you find creeping around in odd places, like your shoulders, your lower belly, back leg. Just let your body know everything's okay. And once you reach that 5th breath, walk your chest back up, plant both hands into the mat, and step your right leg way back behind you, coming into plank pose, and lift your hips up and back to down dog. You can go ahead and lift your right leg high, wave your right leg around, get some fluid back into it. Good. Now step your left leg all the way up to your left hand, right to the outside of your left hand. Make sure both hands are inside your left leg. And lower your back knee down, and slowly lower your chest down toward the ground by bending both elbows. I personally like to start with my right elbow, and then if my left elbow gets down, that's a cherry on top. It's good to be realistic about your own capabilities and your expectations. Find out where you are and accept where you are. Breathe in to where you are.
Take a deep breath. And exhale, let it go. Place both hands down on the mat, lift yourself up. And then slowly walk your left foot all the way across the mat to the right and lay your left knee down toward your left hand. And slowly walk yourself forward, bringing your head down toward the ground, coming into pigeon. And to stay here for a few breaths. And do your best to relax every muscle you can that doesn't have anything to do with this pose. Like the back of your neck, like your shoulders. And just breathe. Stay in the moment. And if any thoughts arise or emotions arise in this pose, just go ahead and let them go. Let them go like letting go of a breath. And breathe. Good. Walk your hands back toward your shoulders, lift your chest up. And then tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, step your left foot back behind you, coming into plank, and then press back to down dog. Relax your heels down, and then shake your left leg out. Good. And however you can, come to the middle of your mat, sit your hips down on the ground, and then plant both feet on the ground and open your knees out wide with the soles of your feet touching, coming into Baddha Konasana. Take a deep breath and exhale, fold forward. And just rest right here. This is a very relaxed pose where you don't do anything. All you do is breathe and allow your chest to come forward more and allow your lower back and your hips to relax. Good. Then pull yourself back up. Then draw both knees together, hug your shins into your chest, drop your head down toward your knees for a second, and then sit yourself up with a flat back and draw your left ear to your left shoulder and do a few neck rolls to the left, inhaling to the left, drawing your neck back to the right and down, and inhale to the left and back, and exhale forward and down. One more time. And go back the other way. So inhale to the right and back. Exhale to the left and down. Inhale, right, back. Exhale, left, down. And make sure your shoulders are nice and soft here. Pull your knees into your chest and rock back onto your back, rocking forward and back a few times from your tailbone to your neck. Tailbone to neck, top of the shoulders. And then fully lay down, lay both feet all the way down toward the end of the mat. Now pull your right knee into your chest. Go ahead and tug it in. Feel a slight stretch in your glutes. Then pull your right knee across your body to the left, holding onto it with your left hand, and reach your right arm out to the right. Lay it flat on the ground. And breathe into this supine twist. So here you'll feel your lower back release. Pull your knee back into your chest, lay your right leg down. Now pull your left knee in, give it a slight tug. Hold onto it with your right hand and pull it across your body down to the right. And reach out with your left hand like a wing. Go ahead, take a deep breath into this twist. Now pull your knee back to center with both hands. Give it a nice tug. Then let it lay flat on the ground. Lay both hands down by your sides. And rest in final resting pose or corpse pose called Shavasana. This happens at the end of every class where you get to recalibrate and relax and let your body readjust to all the changes that you've made to it over the last 30 minutes to an hour. Now feel free to lay here as long as you want. And let your mind drift for about 5 to 10 minutes. Thank you so much for taking this class. I hope the rest of your day is amazing. Namaste.